Hey guys, this is your daily dose of movies. Today I'm talking about sci-fi thriller, Time Lapse. Finn is a painter with a creative block, who lives together with his girlfriend Callie and his best friend Jasper in an apartment complex where Finn works as a manager. Because elderly tenant Mr. Bezarides, informally called Mr. B by the protagonists, has not paid his rent in 2 months, Callie checks on him and discovers a strange machine in his apartment. After that, Callie goes back home and tells her friends about machine she discovered in Mr. B's apartment. They decide to go and check it out. First thing they see when entering is a wall full of Polaroid photos of their apartment through the window. Then they find a machine. Machine takes new photo and pushes it out. It shows that clothes stand has been knocked down over the couch. Later they go home and try to figure out what to do with this situation, but Callie goes to work and accidentally knocks down clothes stand. Now they go to the living room. To make everything more creepy, they look at the machine and find out that the view in their living room is a perfect match with the Polaroid picture from machine. To make it more interesting, they place one photo next to another to understand the purpose of the photos, and it shows that photos are taken 24 hours in the future, day by day, always at 8 p.m. Although Mr. B's photo display includes daytime photos and is missing some photos. Callie finds a notebook where Mr. B has documented every day's picture results, and it's written in the notebook that he believes he's seen his death. The friends check Mr. B's storage unit and find his inexplicably charred corpse. He has apparently been dead for a week. Gambling addict Jasper pushes to use the machine to win bets but loses, and the next day's photo confirms they will do just that. It also shows that Finn has finally created a new painting. Copying the work in the photo gets him past his block. Based on what happened to Mr. B and notes in his journal, they theorize that they have to make sure the events in the photos, whatever they may be, have to occur or their timeline will stop, and they will therefore cease to be. Several days go by. The friends cover up Mr. B's disappearance, including lying to the complex security guard, Big Joe, claiming the old man is in the hospital. After a week they get a disturbing photo, Callie kissing Jasper, while Finn paints in the background. Feeling that they have to do what's in the photos, they pose at 8 p.m. the following night. But the actual kiss goes on too long while Finn paints, and he gets angry and jealous. The next photo shows Jasper's violent bookie Ivan at the apartment. Not knowing why he would be there, Jasper calls him the next morning, saying he won't be making any bets that day. The call raises Ivan's suspicions and he visits Jasper that night, learning of the machine. Ivan forces the friends to now pose for the photos with many more event results for Ivan to make bets on. Finn and Jasper's friendship is strained by these events, as Ivan will be keeping each night's photo, preventing Finn from seeing his painting. Jasper manages to get a cell phone picture of the next photo before giving it to Ivan's goon, Marcus. This photo shows a hastily made skull and crossbones on the canvas, which Jasper believes is a warning to themselves, so he hides weapons, a kitchen knife, golf club, and hammer, near the couch. The next evening, Finn runs into Big Joe at the gate, who has just gotten a job as a police officer. Marcus sees their meeting and calls Ivan, who does not believe their story about Big Joe. Ivan threatens all of them, but Jasper convinces him that tonight's new photo is of Ivan's death at Marcus' hands. While Ivan is retrieving the photo, Jasper stabs Marcus, then clubs Ivan to death on his return. They hide the bodies in Mr. B's storage unit. Finn and Callie fight, so Finn sleeps on the couch. Later that night, they are visited by Mr. B's colleague, Dr. Heidecker, who is looking for Mr. B. Finn and Jasper can't keep their story straight about Mr. B, so Dr. Heidecker levels a gun at them and forces them to confess. Mr. B had mailed Heidecker a photo that covers the next night, but taken before his death, meaning that the machine could be set to take photos more than 24 hours in advance. The photo shows blood on the window, Mr. B's hat on the friend's couch, because Jasper has taken to wearing the dead man's hat, and a picture of a green coil that resembles the broken device on the ground next to Mr. B's corpse. Dr. Heidecker theorizes that time did not kill Mr. B for trying to change the future. He knocked over a coil in his storage unit and the released gas killed him. As she does not know how to adjust the settings of the machine, Jasper shoots Heidecker dead using Ivan's gun. The next night's photo shows Callie and Jasper making love in the window, with Finn unconscious on the couch. Finn talks with Jasper to try to devise a means to prevent events, but Jasper knocks him out and locks him in Mr. B's storage unit. He does not believe Dr. Heidecker's theory and intends to prevent a paradox, making sure the photo happens, no matter what. Trying to find a way out of the locked storage unit, he searches Heidecker's purse and finds the photo that includes blood on the window, Mr. B's hat on the couch, and the painting of the coil, and realizes that he had to have painted the coil in the future the next day so that Mr. B would die in the storage room in the first place, thus allowing him to escape using Mr. B's keys. He escapes and goes to the machine. He calls Jasper, who sees him at the machine, and threatens to destroy it if Jasper does not stop. A fight ensues, culminating with Callie smashing Jasper's head in. When making the painting to match Heidecker's photo, Finn realizes a discrepancy. He discovers that the camera also takes a photo at 8 a.m., a truth which Callie kept to herself. Callie reveals that she has been using the morning photo to send herself messages to manipulate events and rekindle her relationship with Finn. The photo of making love is one of those missing from Mr. B's wall, from a drunken night a month ago. The other missing photos are ones of Callie and Jasper being affectionate, which she took down from the wall when she first discovered the machine. Finn rejects Callie and goes to destroy the machine, so she shoots him, creating the blood splatter on the window from Heidecker's photo. She thinks that if she sends herself a message in the window when the photo is taken, it will send a message to herself 24 hours ago, preventing these events from happening. While Callie is attempting to tape a note to herself on the window, Big Joe stops by, discovers the murdered Jasper and Finn, and arrests her. As Callie is led away by Joe, confident that the timeline will reset, the note she left falls off the window, making permanent the events that have taken place. The camera takes the photo that Mr. B had mailed to Heidecker before he died, and generates another photo, which is left unrevealed. Hope you enjoyed this dose of movies. Don't forget to like and subscribe. See ya!